Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It has been a bit since my last upload, and that was primarily because of my computer issues, which I had spoken about prior. And long story short, they're fixed, it's sorted. I have a new PC, I have sent the old one back, it's all sorted. I'm in a really good place right now. But what I want to talk about today is what to do when you're not in a good place right now. Mostly for myself, because I struggle when I'm not in a good place. When I'm not in a good place, I put myself in a worse place than where I need to be. And what I mean is, when I have a step back, it's like move one space back in a board game, but I actually handicap myself and I take 4 steps back, 5 steps back. And it's hard because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to shut down. I don't want to give up, but I do in those moments. And it's hard. We've all been there, right? We've all wanted to give up. We've all wanted to stop trying. And the thing is, what I've learned this time more than any other time is it hurts the people around you. Not only your parents, which I felt my parents felt the weight of what was going on with me. Not only your close relationships, but colleagues, friends. I had colleagues tell me that they really think a lot of me, but currently they don't see me in me because of the things that was going on. I had people reach out to me and say, hey, you've not spoken to me in ages, you kind of seem to be avoiding me, what's going on there? And it wasn't personal, and I didn't mean to hurt them, and that's okay. There was no malice in it, that's important. But I cut people out because it was easier for me to just hide away until I felt better. But that's not what life is. We can't all hibernate whenever anything goes wrong. We can't all stick our head in the sands whenever anything goes wrong, because we never get anywhere. And that is how I've ran a lot of my life up to this point. I'm 26 and I've ran from problems or closed off to problems until I feel better, until I feel okay, until things have blown over. And it's not right, it's not acceptable, it hurts people, and I need to be stronger, not just for me, not just to make myself feel better on a given day, not just to get past that moment of anguish in favor of the bigger picture, but for the other people, for the people who care about me, care about what's going on, who have their own things going on as well. You can't put your grief above other people's own problems all the time. Sometimes it's sort of necessary, sometimes it's a necessary evil. Sometimes you can't help but be there for yourself first. It's not about being selfless all the time, but hurting people by basically lashing out, emotionally, being blunt, being abrupt, questioning why people are asking you things, getting frustrated when they give you alternative advice to what you are going to do. Those things don't help. They aren't the right course. I have learned that before, but I've never learned it as potently, as poignantly as this time. And it has made me reflect a lot on what I want out of life. And if we are here as we so discuss so often, to have a good life, which I think everyone is. There's very few people who are here to have a bad life. Then is what's living to the fullest? Is living to the fullest doing everything we want to do? Or is it being on this earth and doing that as much as we can, but also enriching everyone around us? You know, we talk about leaving stuff behind. We talk about what am I contributing to this world for when I'm gone, right? And part of that is, to a degree, you know, the people around you are going to be gone sort of at the same time as you. Yeah, you gotta get it right that you're only going to be able to impact so much in one person that is also going to pass on. That is true, right? But if we are here on this earth and we are good to the people around us, that goodness spreads to the people around them. And then there are children who may get some of that good, you know, stuff like that. And so over time, actually what you end up getting is your good deeds spreading outward. If you made someone feel bad, how are they going to react? Do they go to someone else and make someone else feel bad? You know, on this microscopic scale, look at bullies. A lot of bullies at school are people who have had something bad happen to them, so they want to make someone else feel like they do. The reverse can also happen. Something good can happen to someone and they want to make someone else feel good. So it's in the deed. It's in what you do. It's in being there for people. It's in listening to them. That's legacy as much as this video that I'm making, as much as any writing I might do, as much as film, as much as history books, as much as having children. Legacy is not so black and white as something, you know, an object. It's not as black and white as something you can touch or feel. It's an emotion as well. It's part of us. It's passing something down in the way we act, in the way we think. You know, can someone impart wisdom onto me that I find so powerful, so revelationary, that I pass it on? You know, there's all these things. What I'm trying to get to with this is that I can't stop myself from feeling down sometimes, but I can stop myself from hurting others with that. I can stop cutting people out. I can stop being the negative version of myself for others. I might hold that in my heart. It might take a few days for me to feel right again, but it's not that I want to portray to others. I had a thought earlier today. A lot of the time, I've seen myself as two halves. And what I mean by that is my fun-loving, happy, joyous, funny self, which is the person I have always wanted to be, so to speak. And my negative side, the lack of ability to deal with certain situations, the upset, the trauma, the sadness. I view that as the self that I am. And actually, maybe for the first time ever, I sat and thought, that is actually the wrong way around. I am that happy, funny, laughy, jokey person. That is who I am. The other stuff is the stuff that I allow myself to fall into. That isn't me. That shouldn't be me. I let that become part of me when I fail to react properly in certain situations. That's not saying you won't be sad. That's not saying you won't be angry. That's not saying that other things won't happen, but you can have a moment to kind of reassess and think about it and minimize that hurt, that upset, that frustration. And you can do that yourself. You can just decide. That's maybe the most powerful thing we have as people. We can decide how we respond and act to things. Free will, right? That is what makes humans human. And we can just do that. We can just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna hurt someone else. I won't do that. We can decide that like that. I was gonna click, but that's probably not right for the video. We can decide it like that. And we don't a lot of the time. We just feel what we feel and we just run with it and we just kind of live for ourselves. We don't have to. And I think that's what's most important for me today, and most important for me that you take away as well. We can act how we want. We can react how we want, even when this, like, the chips are against us, the chips are down, whatever you want to call it. We can do that even then. And so I'm going to try and be a better person from here on. Not saying I haven't tried before. You know, we all try. We all try and get better every day. Life is a journey. Life is healing. Life is all these things. But I'm going to try and be a better person from now, from the end of this video, from before this video. And I hope you'll join me in that. With that said, thank you guys for listening and watching. As always, I hope you have a great rest, a great relaxation, a great whatever you're doing. And I will speak to you guys again soon. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.